Mr. Dominique Sees, you are a member of the board of directors of the company Verspieren. Could you tell us about the company, its history, and what it does today?
Sure, with pleasure. Verspieren is a family-owned company that has been created in 1830, which means that in 2 years it will be the 130 years anniversary. It's a family-owned company since the beginning, and we are now at the 5th generation managing the company. The 5th generation has been put in place last year. While we've put in place the board of directors as well, we are 4 there, and 2 kids of the 5th generation are now on board on this, and there's a CEO as well. We are, as a company, we are the first independent in France, and we are ranked at the 4th with, if we include March, what is Aeon. But we're the first independent family-owned company. Specialties, we have specific projects that are dedicated to specific professions. For example, we've got a product for jewelers, security companies, and different companies that are building in houses, and different sectors like this where we've got specialties. We've got a specialty also in aviation. We are one of the, aviation is an international market, and we can say that we're one of the well-known professionals within the aviation.
Is that for larger airlines or for privately owned planes?
So we have 2 sectors within aviation. One which is on privately owned planes and clubs and things like that. But also what we're doing, first, to come back to the privately owned planes. For the time being, the privately owned planes are bigger and bigger. Indeed, it's not that the airlines planes, but they are coming bigger and bigger and more expensive indeed. And there is, in this sense, there's huge possibilities within the Eastern countries market, because a lot of people are more and more rich, and a lot of people are buying a plane. Where we are also, I must say, good is we are the specialist of the loss of license for a pilot. Just for example, having a ski accident, you break your knee, then you cannot be anymore a pilot. And you lose your license. Losing your license, you have no job anymore. And we have a product which is special for this kind of people. And we're doing that, for example, for Air France, but we're doing that for Spanish pilots. We're doing that for, we're working on different companies. And well, we are pretty good on this field. And then we have also a big sector, which is what we call in Europe, which is different from here, which we call wholesale. We are working with a network of agents to provide them with product that the insurance company they are working for does not. So it's just an addition to what they have. And these are specific products. For example, we have in France sanctions on your driving license if you are a bad driver, and then you've got difficulties to be insured. We have a specific product for this kind of people. And the insurance company, usually they don't do that because it is too specific. So these are examples of what we're doing. We are 1,500 people, location mainly in Paris and the north of France, which is the place where the company has been created. We have offices in Strasbourg, Lyon, Marseille, Montpellier, and Nantes. We have also 3 subsidiaries, one in Belgium, one in Spain, it's called Alcora, and is the partner, the assurance partner in Spain, and one in Portugal, it's called Mediator, which is also the assurance partner in Portugal.
Jerome, I gather that property and casualty is what we call bread and butter business, that's probably been an area in which the company has been involved for a long time. Am I correct in assuming that it's an important part of the overall product line?
It is certainly an important part. and it's much broader than just enterprise firms' risks, because Dominique had been talking about field lines of risk. That's also property and casualty.
For instance, do you consider the aviation aspect part of property and casualty?
Aviation is a specialty, but if you are talking about the insurance of jurors, you're talking about liability, property, transport, and so on. That's property casualty. The same for security companies. But the history of Verspieren has been very much onto companies, industrial, commercial companies business. That was the start of our business in the north of France in the 19th century. And it's still an important part of our business, but not the only one. And we are very diversified. My field of business is indeed international, multinational, industrial, commercial companies. First French one going abroad worldwide, but also servicing as part of the Asterix Global network our partners, clients coming into France.
Do you have American clients?
We indeed have American clients. We have been involved in international insurance and risk servicing for nearly 30 years. And we have had, throughout the 30 years, many American clients and still have many coming from Asterix.
Are you aware of an increasing number of companies from the southeast U.S., these areas like Florida and Georgia and the Carolinas? Are you noticing an increase in investors from this part of the country?
We certainly do. I think there are two areas of the United States that we see coming into France, at least through the Asterix Global network. It's from this part of the country, and also the West Coast in California very much. But we also have not as many, but coming from other parts of the United States. But I agree with you, this part is very dynamic and going in France and most likely into other European countries.
Mr. Cease, are you aware of any kind of problems that American companies may have in entering European countries? What are mistakes that an American company that does not have too much international experience is likely to make when they're trying to invest in France or Germany or Italy or Portugal or Spain?
Well, I would say as a joke is if the American company thinks that outside of the U.S. it's the same as the U.S., this is the big mistake. France is not a complicated company as far as you know what you have to do, as far as you are well advised. We're in a country where, for example, employment law is very tough. Trade unions are very present. They are less and less political, but they have been a lot political. And if you don't know that, it's difficult.
Well, it sounds like you've developed a very interesting company. I mean, I've enjoyed learning about it, and I think that the specialties that you have developed are very impressive. Do you have other specialties that you're looking at, or that you see opening in the future?
Well, I'll give you a rough spectrum of all what we're doing. I don't know if we need to talk about specialties, because with the new way business is made, you need to understand what all your clients need. And in the past, you could have created product and then advertise on the market that you have created a product, and then the clients come to buy your product. Now we are more or less in a reverse situation where the globalization, the market is imposing to the client different things that even the client did not know before. I think the new challenge for us is to be able, with the speed of the changes of today, is to be flexible and able to provide the clients and to help them with the needs he has.